And it is on and popping. It's time to get rocking. We are about to go in. I'm draped up. Man. I'm 144. Look here. I'm 144. Yahuwah necklace, hat. How many of y'all got your 144 gear? I mean, does everybody got their 144 gear? If you ain't got your 144 gear and you say you 144, I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing? You got to be draped up. We going up today. We going up today. It is going to be on and it's going to be popping. Man. Wow. Hey, it's going to be on and popping. Hey, I'm having such a good time. Just bringing all this just to bring the truth to the world. It's like a fresh breath of air. Oh, and I've been translating. Y'all pray for my eyes. I might have to bring my glasses out today because I've been pushing so hard translating. Shout out to Brother Daniel Bakote getting it rocking today with these supers. Y'all don't make me put my glasses on now. Don't make me put my glasses on too. I'll be really strapped. I'll be really strapped in. This helps my eyes, by the way, when I'm translating so much. Having a good time. I just want to have some fun getting this thing started. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't got draped up yet, hey, let me ask Lena a question real quick. 1 second. I'm going to ask Lena a question something real quick. We're going to have fun. Hey, everybody hit the like button. 1 second. All right, Lena's getting me something real quick. Fam, we got all kind of awesome stuff happening. We got, hey, Robert Stevens in the building. Here we go. Got all kind of great stuff happening. We got the digital collection. I cannot emphasize how critical it is and it will be. See, you don't understand. The digital collection, whatever books that are go on there, number one, if you got Tanakh books going on there, if you got Tanakh books. So for example, we've got, if you go to truthscriptures.info, and put that on the screen. If you go to truthscriptures.info, all right? If you go to truthscriptures.info, look at the bottom left. If you're watching the recording or even on the live, check it out. Whoo! Who's that guy immersed? Shifty Brim. What's your name? Tell us your name. Tell us your name. I don't think your name is really Shifty Brim. I want to know your real name, but if it was Shifty Brim, that'd be a cool name too. I got on YouTube saw your immersion video. All right. Immersed myself last night. Self-immersion. That's what I'm talking about. You ain't got to have nobody around you to get immersed into the name of Yahuwah. What if you out on the desert? What if you out in the desert somewhere? You up in the woods, you by yourself, you get stranded, and you remember that somebody told you about Yahuwah. What are you gonna do? Who's gonna immerse you then? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, Anthony in the building. Anthony said his old hoop name was Shifty. I mean, he got some handles. Look, everybody, listen to me. The Truth Scriptures digital collection, what it will continue to grow into because of those power study guides. I'm building them out as I get time. The ones that are up already with some of the Brit Hadash, the New Testament books we got up there, those are fire. But those are going to always continue to grow. That system, that platform is never coming down. It will only expand. So you'll have like the True Scriptures in your hands. Shout out to my sister Denise. You'll have the True Scriptures in your hand. And as we start to get these dispersed throughout the entire world, but man, what I will continue to pour into that digital collection is crazy. Hold on 1 second. Lena's gonna show me something. On this stuff. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. So what that's going to expand to, all the video trainings I will do, the insights over the years. That's why that's why it's so important. It's so critical that y'all get this. And now, if you are package qualified, you're getting free access. What's up there now? What's up there now? Truthscriptures.info. I bet some of y'all tripping because y'all going, I see some books up there and I ain't got the email yet. You gonna get it. There's some more coming out today. All right. Is that the right one? Got a lot going on, guys. Let me make sure I got the right site. Y'all bear with me. We get ready to go in today. Uh-huh. Truthscriptures.info. Got a lot of stuff happening. All right, that's where the True Scriptures digital collection's at. Abarim's up there, Hebrews, with the power study guides. We think we're taking the regular ones down because people need to go on and get them power study guides. First, second, and third YAHUAH'S, first, second, and third John, they up there, but you got the power study guides. Bereshit coming with the power study guides. Bereshit's Genesis, that's 50 chapters. Shemut, that's Exodus, that's 40 chapters. So you got all of Bereshit, Genesis, all of Shemut is up there. Then you got Jonah is up there, right? And the power study guys are coming. I'll be working on those the next 3 or 4 weeks. I'll start sliding some of them in there. Yahu, who is that? Who is Yahu? That's Malachi. That whole thing is in there. You probably ain't got the notice on that one yet. Guess what else is in there? You all, Joel. Joel's in there. You probably ain't got the notification on that one yet. You get them on there probably today or tomorrow. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We done hit our 5 books. And there's another one of the Brit Hadash going up there. So we've hit the 5 books that we promised you from the Tanakh. Man, that means y'all got access. Y'all gonna have access to at least 5 of the 39 books in the Tanakh before the entire world gets to see them. Now imagine you just study those. Those are put up on purpose. Those are put up from me as an emissary for discipleship purposes. That's what I want released first out into the world, because I know if you dial in and you master those 5 books, just those 5 right there, you're going to be on another atmosphere. You're going to get about as close as you can get to the Shemiyah, the heaven. You're going to get about as close as you can get if you can master those 5 books that we've got up there. Now you're going to get notification. Hopefully, hey, staff, y'all know y'all listening. Let's push it out and try to get those other 2 out today where everybody is strapped and released. Strapped and released. I don't know. Queenie B, you got to get that word divine out of your name. That's a pagan name. Queenie B, get that word divine out. We made the same mistake. Don't feel bad. We just clean it up. Go in there and edit that. You don't want that name in there. I figured it out. That's a spell. Get that out of there. Woo! All right. Lisa says she went and read Shemut and then read it again. You're going to be on some other, I'm telling you, you're going to be on some other atmosphere with this. I don't know if your spirit is ready for all this. It's crazy. Is your spirit ready for all this? Huh? Now look, what are we doing today? So truescriptures.info. If you are, and I'm going to explain this real quick, if you are packaged qualified, so I'm going to put it up on the screen, tsinfo.org. This is where you find out if you're brand new. If you look in the bottom left hand, look right there. tsinfo.org. If you're at least Opal package qualified, you get free access to all the digital platform. And you get the power study guides, not just the regular, not just the writings themselves. You get the lifelong until Yahuwah comes back. As we continue to add on to the power study guides. So we say it's a $200 value, but that is way undercutting it, and you know it. Because I got to add in, no, we got to change that, team. Because they got life access to the power study guides that will continue to grow. As we grow in the body, then power study guides going to grow. Those insights, excerpts, video training, audio training, synopsis, reports. It's on. So you get free access. Now, if you're going, well, I don't want to go and contribute to the campaign, which is, I don't know why, but everybody got their own thing. You can just for $19.95, less than a $20 bill, you can get access to one of those books. So each book is $19.95. So you can just go pay for the 10 books. See, that's why we say 200. Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just take 300 and contribute to the project and get my free access for a lifetime and have the power study tools and the guides. See, that only makes sense. Now, everybody should understand that they got to get that. Now, you'll get notification if you are package qualified and you have not got notified. Like, because you get an email that has your 100% discount code. Now, family, don't play with the codes. You got to do everything to honor Yahuwah. You give that code out to somebody else, you just now participated in breaking the 8th commandment, stealing. And you're going to go in a lake of fire over a code. Don't do it. Man, if I just give my mama this code, you just threw yourself in the lake of fire. Mama might end up getting saved and you be in the lake. So you take that code, that's your code. If I come over and give you a coat, that's your coat. You ain't sharing the coat, that's your coat. Now, tsinfo.org, we are doing kingdom business today for real, for real. That means everybody that loves Yahuwah, that loves being a part of his set apart family, the restoration of the truth, everybody. They're going to tsinfo.org and they're contributing something. Everybody that understands the assignments, you're really going to get it today when I get through Amos. When you understand the vow of YAHUAH'S, you now bring your first fruits. You now deal with your 10th. And you say, Yahuwah, I'm rolling with you and I'm going to plant this in fertile ground. So we always tell you, go work your city, your town, expand, and find a place like Promote the Truth and go, look, I want to sow into it. If you don't, I want to make this 100% crystal clear. We are not asking you for one dime. It was, this is a fact, 13 years since May 2007, we've had Promote the Truth running. The website's been up since August 2007. And we built this out and expanded and we pumped tons of money, probably in the hundreds of thousands. And ain't asked a person for a penny, didn't even make it available. And so now what we're saying is if you want to participate, if you want to see this thing go faster, we made it available on a campaign level to where you can participate. How has it worked out? Phenomenal. Hold on one second. Phenomenal. Clean my lens. Hold on. I'm talking about off the hook. Now look at this. When we started the campaign, November the 9th, 2023, a little bit over a year ago, we had 13,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. I went and checked today. Did y'all look at it today? 230,594 as of right now, from the time I'm speaking. That means over 215,000, over 216,000 new subscribers in about a year since we did the campaign. So that's, you got to look about their fruits, you shall know them. You got to go, man, if that thing grew that big, that fast, what's going on? We have now touched people that have gave accounts that they love Yahuwah in over 80 countries. Over 80. There's only 200 countries in the world. So we're getting close to half of the countries in the world with representation of Yahuwah. People verbally saying, I love Yahuwah, and they're saying it on the platform where we're calling it out, and then there's millions of views happening. We're around 3 million views of people hearing this information. So is it working? It's working. It's working. What's working? It's working. Hey, so I love it. So everybody go to tsinfo.org and do everything in your power to get at least package qualified, because your name goes on the back of the shirt with everybody that got package qualified. And you're going to get this forever access to get these shirts. We'll give you one free up front. Then when you wear that out, if you want another one, we'll let you order it at a real inexpensive price, and you just keep reordering whenever you want to freshen up your shirt. Woo! That's it. Now, how many of you draped up? Huh? Let me put this on the screen. How many, look, do you have your hat, your shirt? There's a special link for the necklace, but if you go to pttstore.org, when I got on right now, I'm going to put it on the screen too. If you go to pttstore.org, look on the screen. You can get equipped. You can get draped up. I'm telling y'all, this is a crazy power witness. People going to be asking you, what is that? Just yesterday, guys said, what is that? What's that represent? That's the name of the Creator. Do you know it? See, it's a witness right then. Always answer it and then ask a question. What is that? That's the name of the Creator. His name is Yahuwah. Do you know it? No, don't even say Yahuwah first. That's the name of the Creator. Do you know it? 99.9% of the people go, nope. Then that means Yahuwah sent you to that person to witness to them. That's when you should have your brochures on hand. But everybody should have their drip on. Go over to pttstore.org, and we got shirts, we got hats, man, we got all kind of stuff over there. We got tote bags, sweaters, coffee tumblers, backpacks, book covers, 10 Commandments canvas, blankets. Man, it's all kind of cool stuff over there. And all that stuff, man, is just a great witness to Yahuwah. Shout out to my brother Jermaine in the building. So everybody should, like, I should see y'all sometimes on the lives. When we do gathers, I should see y'all with these hats, these shirts on. You ain't got to. Always remember, you ain't got to. I'm just saying I should see you, because you should be wanting to walk into agreement, one accord. That's what I would do. Ain't no way in the world I'd have the PTT store up there, have an emissary teaching me, bringing all this information all the time, and I don't go, look, whatever I can do to walk in them steps and duplicate, I'm going to do it. That's what I would do. Now I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to play a little music. We're going to get into it. Woo! If you want one of these necklaces, we got, I think, about 30 left in this batch. I'm going to put this on the screen. I'm going to put it on the screen. Wait a minute. All right, USA. It's 2 different links in the USA. If you want one of these necklaces, PTT Yahuwah necklace, you're going to go here. So it's a longer link. Let me see if I can get us a shorter link on that. All right, now look, that's for US. International, I'm going to give you yours. Hold on. That's a long link. Now, I got it in the chat, so you can click on that link. But if you are watching the replay, you're going to have to hit pause and then type that all out, write it down manually. All right? Now, let me get you hooked up if you're international, because international couldn't order it first. Now, international, we created a link for y'all to be able to order. So I'm going to get y'all hooked up for the international, and then I'm going in. Yeah. Let's get you hooked up. Where y'all at? Let me find it. Where is that pay link at? Where is that link at for internet? I had it. I meant to copy it and put it over that way I don't have to keep on messing around. Where's the pay link button at? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Maybe to give it to me like that. Yep. Almost there. Hang tight, fam. I'm getting there. I might have to do it on the next one. I don't see it here. I'm about to do it on the next one. Hold on. There it is. International. International. Where is the button? I'm almost there. I create with my creator. Don't you love that song, Create? I create with my creator. Man, that's strong, to tell you the truth. My son thought of that song. I was proud of him for coming up with that one. Let me make sure I got this, and then we rolling. Yep. All right. Here goes international. Thank y'all for bearing with me. Yee. Here I go. Now, PTT Yahuwah necklace international. This is y'all link for international. There it goes. I got it on the screen. All right. So if you're international, it's there. You got to pay higher shipping because it's crazy. Some of these shipping rates international. That's the difference. All right. If you order on the US link and you're international, they're gonna send you an invoice to pay the difference in that shipping cost. So make sure you hit the right link. So we got that dialed in. So everybody, if you're watching the replay, if you're on the live, you just click the link and hit save. Save it in your bookmarks. If you're on the replay, just hit pause, write that down. If you want a necklace, like 30 left, another batch is being created. We're creating them in like batches of like 80 for some reason. I don't know why, because they're handmade. They're handmade, like really, really, really serious. All right, let me get straight here. Y'all got that? So today we're doing kingdom business. Everybody understands, it's been around. They know the assignment. We don't play. We give Yahuwah our best. We support tsinfo.org. It's at the bottom left of the screen. Go over there and support. Do something. Get package qualified, preferably. All right? It's on and popping. Now, we have a powerhouse music platform called PTT Music. And we're approaching like 90 songs. And fam, I'm telling y'all, our music is one of the strongest witnessing tools. We didn't even know how powerful this was going to be. We knew it was going to be powerful. But we only put out hits. We just keep putting out hits and hits and hits. And then the bomb. So on 150 platforms. So wherever you know, necklaces don't go towards packages. It's list. Russ, you know better than that. This is a campaign. The necklace ain't a campaign. We got the store. We got the campaign. That's it. Come on now, Russ. What you doing over there? You know better than that. Y'all don't understand how much all this costs to do everything you see PTT doing. It is crazy. But guess what? We don't worry about it because we know we can do all things.
I can do all things through him who strengthens me.
Let's get it warmed up.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Found my strength in him. I know he'll set me free. He can do it. He can do it. He can do it. He can move mountains, oh. Bring me through salvation, yeah. With no hesitation, yeah. He keeps providing, yeah. Whenever I'm stressing, I know where to go when I'm in need of direction. Cause he's always down for me, yeah. He's always down for me. When I'm bitter, you help me to find a bigger picture. Pull me from this pit. I'm thankful to you. I'm thankful to you. He pulled me out my pride. He saw me when I felt fake and took his time. He strengthened my dedication to him. Couldn't have done this without him. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Found my strength in him. I know he'll set me free. He can do it, he can do it, he can do it. He can move mountains, oh. Bring me through salvation, yeah. With no hesitation, yeah. He keeps providing. I'm successful, and I believe that. Don't gotta worry about it, cause I achieved that, yeah. I don't know where I would be without you. Don't ever know where I would be without you. He took his time, I'm in my prime. Can't waste no time trying to figure out if I'm in the right place, right time, right people, right mind. I gotta let it all play out. He got my back, I know he looking out for me. He holding it down and that's what I believe. I can't say it loud enough, I'm trying to reach ya.
Man, y'all better come on. Y'all better come on. Hey, do you believe it or you don't believe it? Do you believe it or you don't believe it? I can do all things. See, Yahuwah's the one that's in me. That's why I see some of y'all in the chat. Look, do not come in to promote the truth with that woe is me spirit. That's called weakness. It's from the pit of hell, and we rebuke that spirit. You can't say, I believe Yahuwah will do all things for me, and then go, I'm working on trying to figure out a way to how to afford it. Speak it. Speak it into existence. Don't be a hearer of the word only. Be a doer of the word. So if I don't have it, I now speak it to be. That's it. Everybody that got it at one time or another didn't have it. Everybody, even the kids that are like, they get it handed down to them. Hey, they got to know what to do with it, because if you hand it to them, they're going to blow it. And like my sister Katie just put on the screen, it's going to be the meek that inherit the earth, not the weak. The meek means humble. But man, if you're weak, you're not going in the kingdom. So when you come in to promote the truth, I'm talking about from the gate, we expect you to start getting stronger. From the gate. From the gate, we challenge you. Do you believe Yahuwah? He said you can do all things through him. Woo! And it don't matter what your situation is. JJ said, well, I'm going through surgery. I've been through that. We all been through that hell. You're going to have to decide, do I believe Yahuwah? Yes or no? Because then if you come here with that weak stuff, the true snipers are going to get you out of here. And you're going to miss a great fellowship coming in here trying to drag people in the weak. Nope. Look, you know who we walk with? We walk with Yahuwah.
I want to walk with you. I want to walk with you. Walk with you. Walk with you. I want to walk with you. I want to walk with you. Walk with you. Every step I take, I'm never alone. No. You're the voice that leads me when I'm far from home. In the highs and the lows, through the night and the day. Yahuwah, you're the light that shows me the way. When the world gets heavy, I turn to you. Every move I make, you're pulling me through. I wanna walk with you every single day, through the storm, through the fire. I won't sway. I wanna walk with you. Your light in my soul with every step, Yahuwah. I wanna walk with you. No more fear, no more doubt in my mind, leaving it all behind. I wanna walk with you, yeah, walk with you. The world might try to pull me off my grind, but the truth is a peace I always find. I'm staying locked in, my heart on the line. I'm walking with you now, I'm right on time.
Y'all hear that part? The world may try to pull me off my grind. You see some of them come in here, man, they play them games like, oh, I'm going through this and that. You try to pull us off our grind. We give you a warning. If you don't get it, bam, true snipers. We are only going, look, you see that hat? I am only talking to the 144. 144 people in this world. That's the only people I'm talking. Everybody else is getting a residual, and if you grab it and run after it, man, you're Baruch for doing so. They call it blessed. That's a pagan name. We call it Baruch, the real name. So you got to listen to what we're saying because we're not playing. Yahuwah sent me to find 144. He said, you got about a 2-year frame to get 144 people together that you do Amuts, Amos 3:3. You walk together and you agree. You literally do Acts, Mashiyha, where it says within the first 2 chapters, when the Spirit fell on them, it says that they had everything in common. Do you know what the word everything means? The word everything means not anything missing. We always figure out a way to agree with each other, the 144. It's a very special group of people. It's a very special group. And I'm telling you, I'm going to drive some people nuts. They're going to try to bend me in the way that they think that Yahuwah has called me to do this. I'm telling you, you're wasting breath. You're wasting breath. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do exactly what Yahuwah called me to do. And I'm going to let that thing rip, man.
Yeah, R.I.P.
I'm going to let it rip.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Let's go.
New me.
Yeah.
Bigger things. Let's go. Hey, yeah, say goodbye to the old me. I've been shackled down, but now I'm finally breaking free. Shaking off my worries, they got buried deep. Time to let it rip, R.I.P. Rest in peace to the lies I believed. Had to bury all my old Listen, I got a calling, I got a vision that's way bigger. Everything that I was doing before, I have to give it to the grave digger. Tell them to bury it deep in the ground. I do not want to keep it around. Usually it's the older version of ourselves that's who be keeping us down. Hey, say goodbye to the old me. I've been shackled down, but now I'm finally breaking free. Shaking off my worries, they got buried deep. Time to let it rip, R.I.P. Hey, I know that you feel what I'm saying. Put the old stuff in a tomb, like a butterfly shedding its skin when it's coming out the cocoon. I've been through a lot in my life, probably more than you would assume. We all need space to grow. Back, please give me more room. Now I know what the truth is, I can see it all with better eyes. Sick of dealing with so many lies, this the moment that I really rise. R.I.P. to the past tense, had to let it lower in the casket. Put the flowers on it, then move on with my plans and actions. Yeah, say goodbye to the old me. I've been shackled down, but now I'm finally breaking free. Shaking off my worries, they got buried deep. Time to let it rip, R.I.P. Hey, yeah, say goodbye to the old me. I've been shackled down, but now I'm finally breaking free. Shaking off my worries, they got buried deep. Time to let it rip, R.I.P.
Man, time to let it rip. R.I.P. That's it. My dad, see my dad, he put Jay Jr. will only do what Yahuwah tells him. Fact. Daddy tell you. That's my dad. That's my earthly dad telling y'all. He's 77. I'm 56. He telling y'all, I'm not going to be moved to the left or to the right. I have got an assignment, and now I got to get even more because we're about a year into this. I got about a year or less to pull this 144 together. Yahuwah called me. I done identified about 40 of y'all. Y'all don't know it. Some of you do know who you are. You just don't know me acknowledging that yet. Because I'm letting that time go. I'm watching who shows up on all the lives. I'm watching who supports. I'm watching attitudes. I'm watching for any sliver of discord. You are out of the 144. Out. I'm not going. There ain't no rehabilitation in this. There's no rehabilitation. By their fruits, you shall know them. Believe people when they show you their hand the first time. The first time, see? I never will forget. I was renting a big warehouse, about 5,000 square feet, had a lot of products in it from one of my coffee businesses over the years. And there was a gentleman that owned that building. He had created this little piece for a light bulb. And he had a patent on it. And it was the exact piece that General Electric needed. And General Electric tried every way, shape, form, and fashion to get around this, and they couldn't. This guy had this patent. They paid him $25 million for that patent and them rights. Set him up, of course, forever. So he would buy buildings and whatnot, and I happened to rent out one of his buildings. And when I come back from traveling around the world and whatnot, we sit down, we have coffee up there in the office part of the building. And one day I leaned up and I said, sir, let me ask you a question. If you could go back and change anything over your career with all the success you've had, what would you do? Fam, that older man, I should say, he was like mid-70s, like my dad. He literally took his coffee cup, set it down, leaned forward fast. He was leaning back like this, set that coffee cup, leaned up and said, listen, when a person shows you their hand, believe them the first time. I've lost more money trying to rehabilitate people more than anything in my business career. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. That's the same thing with the scriptures. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. Shake the dust off your feet. The scriptures tells you. Anyone that receives you receives me. If they don't argue. I'm out. All of this stuff that people learn in Christianity and organized religion, it is fake. You know better. You know better when you learn about Yahuwah. That's why when you come in, When you come in, we right away are watching to see your strength. You might not know hard, no, you probably don't hard know nothing, but you can at least believe that Yahuwah is who he says he is. And you can, and once you start doing that day in, day out, you start to know him better.
I've been through
And
the
you're going to sing this song. You're going to say, now I know.
Walk through the storm. Thought I'd be broken, but now I'm reborn. They try to hold me down, try to cloud my mind, but I found the truth, left the doubts behind. Now every step I take, it's with purpose and faith. A new light shining, can't no one erase. What was hidden is now clear. I can finally see the power and the strength rising up in me. Now I know, yeah, I know who I am. Got the courage, got the fire, I'm taking a stand. Now I see, yeah, I see what is real. With every heartbeat, I'm breaking the seal. Now I know, oh, I'm taking control. YAHUAH'S with me, and I'm never letting go. Ooh. Used to let my fears lead me astray, but I found my faith, now I'm here to stay. All the lies and doubts, I left them behind. Walking in freedom, living in my shine. No turning back now, I'm pushing ahead. Strength in my spirit, lifted and led. I'm moving forward, feel less and more. Embracing my truth, watch my story unfold. Now I know, yeah, I know who I am. Got the courage, got the fire, I'm taking a stand. Now I see, yeah, I see what is real. With every heartbeat, I'm breaking the seal. Now I know, oh, I'm taking control. YAHUAH'S with me, and I'm never letting go.
If you listen to them words, I used to let my fears get in the way. See, that's everybody that walks in here. You got to be a used to. I used to be weak. I used to make bad decisions. I used to. You got to be, that's the old me. And when you walk in here and you start growing with us, you're going to be shocked to find that we're one of the few, maybe the only. I'm still waiting for somebody to give me a report. Is there any other platform in the world that teaches that Yahuwah is the only Mashiyha? I'm waiting on a report. Send an email to info@promotethetruth.com and go, don't try to side angle us. This ain't, I'm talking about direct. Yahuwah is the only Mashiyha. That's it. They don't preach that Yahusha is the Mashiyha. Anybody that preaches any other name as the Savior other than Yahuwah, they are working in the spirit of the anti-Mashiyha, and they just don't get it, or they're being rebellious. It's one of the two. Either, man, they just blind, Satan's got them blind, or they're being rebellious. Now, that's why the Truth Scriptures Project is so important. When you go to tsinfo.org, you're going to be dealing with one of the few, if not the only. I'm waiting. I've looked a lot. Sister Eileen, she said she's been around a while. She said, I've searched for years, never heard it. William, I mean, I'm looking for somebody to report, go, man, this organization over here, they proclaim only that Yahuwah is the Mashiyha. We don't mix in Yahusha is the Mashiyha. We don't do it. Yahusha was here for 33 years. And that was Yahuwah in the flesh. And that is documented by multiple scriptures. Multiple. Literally, it said that the Son will be born to us and he will be called the Eternal Father. Literally, in Yahu, Matthew 1:23, it says that he will be called Emmanuel, which means the Yahuwah. Yahuwah the Yahuwah lives among us. Literally, Yahuwah said in Zechariah 12:10 that he would be pierced on the stake. So, those of us that understand Yeshayahu 43:11, Isaiah 43:11, he says, Yahuwah, I am Yahuwah, and besides me, there is no other Savior. So when we hear that and we understand that Yahuwah does not change, how could we reconcile Isaiah 43:11? I am Yahuwah, and besides me, there is no other Mashiyha. That's what the word says, Mashiyha, known as Savior. And that's how we're going to translate it. I am Yahuwah, and besides me, there is no other Mashiyha, comma, known as Savior, as the Savior. We're going to make sure people clearly understand that the Mashiyha is the Savior. So, I want to know. info@promotethetruth.com. Say, hey, send this to Brother Jay. When he get a little spare moment, and look, if y'all waste my time, I'm not going to appreciate it. Because see, if you go in with weakness and go trying to make somebody get it rather than let them show us their hand, we only believe that Yahuwah is the Mashiyha. We have the only printed scriptures in the world, unless y'all tell me something different. We done went about 3 million views asking people this question. We got the only one that says that Yahuwah is the Mashiyha in the New Testament. We got Yahusha in here while he's on earth. As soon as he ascends back to heaven, he takes back his name, Yahuwah, which is the name he had before the foundations of the world. So the name of the Savior before he came to the world is Yahuwah. The name of the Savior after he ascended back is Yahuwah. We believe when Yahusha was on the earth, we believe he was fully Yahuwah while at the same time sitting on high as the Father, the Most High. We believe he was in two places at one time. As a matter of fact, we believe he was in unlimited places at one time because we believe he's the heir. So we believe that Yahuwah is the only Mashiyha. And if you support this work, you win. So when he says in YAHUAH'S in chapter 14, verse 7 and 9, anybody that has seen me has seen the Father. How can you say, show us the Father? Correct, Tay. Tay said, this might help others also. Alua and Yahuwah is the same, yes. Because the name Alua, listen. What's that little kid say? Listen, Linda, listen. Listen, Linda. That just made me laugh. Alua, A-L, is short for Almighty. So what's left? Ua. That's Yahuwah. The Almighty is Yahuwah. So every time you hear Alua, that just means the Almighty is Yahuwah. That's the Most High. Listen, Linda, listen. We believe that Yahuwah is the only Mashiyha. And can y'all believe that we had the nerve to make a song and say, Yahuwah, my Savior. We don't know of
Called
another
out
song in
to
the
you
world.
yesterday, and my soul and my mind is strengthened. All the hurt and the pain you've taken, you heard every word I said. I've ran out of ways to say thank you. Wish there was a way to draw closer to you. No one can replace the love you gave us. How can I draw close to you? Who are my savior? Make me braver. I just wanna draw close to you. I just wanna draw closer to you, to you. I call out and then you provide a love that I can't deny. My world crumbles and you arrive with your loving hands, then you guide. You use your hands to pull me through this fire. You refuse to let me lose this fight. You refuel me with the peace of mind. Yahuwah, I just wanna draw close to you. Hear my prayer. No one can replace the love you gave us. I just wanna draw closer to you, Yahuwah, my Savior. Hear my
Man, hey, y'all see me, I just lean back. Amber, you right. Them vocals, that rhythm. Hey, let me tell y'all what Yolanda said. Stuck out to me, Yolanda. My sister Yolanda said this. Where's it at? Yolanda said, the time is now, and Yahuwah is fixing to show the whole world that he continues to be the Most High, Almighty One. Some will believe to their damnation. A few will believe to the saving of their soul. Only Yahuwah Ruach can give Yolanda that to say. I'll put that on the screen. Only the Ruach can give Sister Yolanda that to say. The time is now, and Yahuwah is fixing to show the whole world that he continues to be the Most High, Almighty One. Some will believe to their damnation. A few will believe to the saving of their souls. Only the Mashiyha, Yahuwah Ruach, can give that. The project is deep. TSinfo.org, man. Everybody get over there, support today. You know, we got great stuff happening. I'm going to go into the trenches. Y'all see the title. I have no clue what y'all going to do with this. I said, Yahuwah, this been in front of everybody's face the whole time. But the translation has everybody missing it. I'm in Amuts. I'm in Amuts. Amos, chapter 7. Here's the real one. First time ever heard in the world. True scriptures in its purest form. This is what the Master Yahuwah showed me. The prophet Amuts. Amos. He goes, this is what the Master Yahuwah showed me. He was forming a swarm of locusts. Alua did this after the king had taken his share of the first crop. The second crop had just begun to grow. Then the locust ate all the crops in the country. After this happened, I said, quote, this is Amuts, "O Master Yahuwah, please forgive us. I beg you, none of the descendants of Yaakov," who? Who? Why, hey, Brother Larry, why has that come up again? None of the descendants of Yaakov will be able to live through this because they are too small. Amuts is interceding for the people because Yahuwah said, y'all don't want to listen to me? I'm taking all the food out. But Amuts comes in, Brother Bill, Amuts comes in, the prophet, and says, Yahuwah, Master Yahuwah, please forgive us. I beg you. None of the descendants of Yaakov will be able to live through this because they are too small. So, listen, Yahuwah turned back his wrath and said, it shall not take place, says Yahuwah. Then this is what the Master Yahuwah showed me. The Master Yahuwah was calling for fire to come to punish the world. Daniel Libby, Brother Daniel Libby. That's why that's in your spirit right here. Write it down, Brother Daniel. Amuts, chapter 7, verse 4 is what has been in Brother Daniel Libby's spirit all this time. It's all about the vow, Brother Larry said. When y'all see Brother Daniel Libby, put it on the screen. What Yahuwah's put in your spirit. Because he's getting it. I guarantee you, Brother Daniel not know that that's the scripture that's in his spirit. That's just, it keeps resonating in his spirit. It keeps stirring in his spirit. And that's a great man. I've met him face to face. He got a great calling on him. Yahuwah dealing with me, with him right now. That's things that me and Brother Daniel Libby got to talk about soon. This is what the Master Yahuwah showed me. The Master Yahuwah was calling for fire to come to punish the world. The fire would have dried up the deep water and destroyed the land. It says this fire, that means the oceans, fam. This fire is so intense from Yahuwah, it will dry up the oceans. Do we understand what's coming? Now, it would have already came because Yahuwah showed it to the prophet Amuts, Amos. Then Amuts, then I cried out and said, "Oh, Master Yahuwah, please stop. I beg you." None of the descendants of Yaakov, Brother Larry, none of the descendants of Yaakov could live through this because they are too small. Fam, the prophet Amuts has already seen the fire that's coming to this world. And it says that the fire is so intense, it will literally dry up all the oceans. All the creeks, all the streams, all the rivers, all the ponds, all the lakes is getting dry. Is going to dry them all up. And destroy the land. So Yahuwah turned back his wrath and said, This shall not happen either, says the Master Yahuwah. Now look what Brother Daniel Libby put on here. I put it on the screen. What's been stirring in this great man's soul. Brother Daniel Libby, a great man of Yahuwah, who's been called from the foundations of the world. He says, and nobody gave this to him to say. You can only say these type of things, like Sister Yolanda said, if the Ruach gives them to you. And we bear witness. I do. The true scriptures is the most important work to be done and preached to the four corners of the earth, and then the end will come, and Yahuwah Mashiyha will come back and burn it all up. What's that saying in the scripture? You think he been saying that from the gate over a year? Brother Daniel Libby been saying that same. He got to copy and paste. Guarantee you, it's sitting over there. He just got to copy it and paste it. It ain't gonna leave till it happens. Y'all see this? So what happened? Boy, hey, y'all gonna get the lesson of your eternity today. Baruch is the ones who hear this message, because while the world's so busy going to and fro, marrying and getting married, eating and drinking, y'all are hearing the eternal words of warning so you can get your house in order. That's what y'all hearing. Now you understand how important this project is now at tsinfo.org? He said the true scriptures, when this is preached throughout the four corners, and we're working on it, millions and millions of views, and it's only going to go up. That's why I created that song, Up, we going up. Verse 7, then he showed me this. He was standing by, now everybody, man, I might run out of here. Everybody pay attention, because this is what we are going to have to deal with. And not one preacher in the pulpit is teaching this, because they don't have Yahuwah's name. I don't hear no messengers out there. I don't hear nobody calling Yahuwah's name that's got this right. Watch when I teach you this. Baruch is your eyes and your ears right now. Because the prophet Amuts said, then he showed me, Yahuwah showed me this. He was standing by a perfectly straight wall, holding a plumb line, which is a measuring tool, to check to see if the wall was still upright and straight. So Yahuwah got a measuring tool standing there. He got a plumb line, and he's measuring a wall to see if it's straight. Watch what y'all get ready to learn. Yahuwah said to me, Amuts, what do you see? Now I'm going to ask y'all the same thing. I want y'all all to visualize Yahuwah the Most High and his magnificent, I'm talking about power self, standing there with a big tool in his hand, and he's measuring to see if a wall is straight and upright. And then he looks at you and he says, Michaela, Latoya, Eileen, William, what do you see? What do you see? I said, Amuts, a plumb line. Then the master said, see, I am setting a plumb line in the middle of my people. Come on, Michaela. I am setting a plumb line in the middle of my people, Yisrael. What'd you just say, Michaela? What'd you just say, Michaela? Who gave that to you, Michaela? Who gave you that before I said it? She ain't got this in her hands yet. Huh? He said, who? Yahuwah says, I'm setting a plumb line in the middle of my people, Yisrael. And look what he says. Listen what he says. I shall not overlook their sins ever again. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. We up in here dealing with Amuts, Amos chapter 7, verse 8 is on us. It's on us. That's why Christianity and this saved by grace stuff is ridiculous. And I was in it. But there's a plumb line that's been set from a long time ago. A measuring tool to see if this wall that Yahuwah has put in place. And what he was doing, it was making sure it's in place, making sure it's upright, making sure it's straight. And that means you and I can't bend this wall. That means we can't break the commandments and live. Verse 9. The high places of Yitzhak, Isaac, shall be destroyed, and the set apart places of Yisrael shall be laid to waste. Also, I shall send war against the nation of King Jeroboam. Then Mashiyha, the priest of Bethel, sent a message to King Jeroboam of Yisrael. So then Mashiyha, who happened to be a priest, heard Amuts saying this stuff. So when this priest, Mashiyha, when he heard Amuts saying this, he then sent a message to King Jeroboam of Yisrael. Why? Because he heard Amuts say, I shall send war against the nation of King Jeroboam. Amuts is speaking Yahuwah's words. So one of these haters in the building called himself a priest. He go and run and tell old king. He run and tell the king. This is what Amuts has said. He said, when he sent the message to King Jeroboam of Yisrael, so this is the king of Yisrael now, saying, quote, Amuts is conspiring against you in the midst of the people of Yisrael. Our nation cannot put up with his message any longer. Don't we got some haters in the building? Hey, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Don't y'all know they saying this about me right now? They calling me a false prophet, false messenger, false, everything. Hey, they done sued me, they done trashed me, they done called me everything in the planet. You want to know why? Yahuwah done spoke to me. And I done gave the word to the world. And I'm standing on business that Yahuwah is the Mashiyha. And I'm in agreement with my brother Daniel Lippy that when this word, this finally, come on, Yahuwah, the real word gets out to the four corners of the world, Yahuwah's coming back and he gonna do what he said in verse 8. He says, I'm not overlooking it. And then he gonna do what? He gonna do what? He gonna do verse 4. He gonna bring that fire. He said, I'm coming back, not to destroy it with water. I'm going to destroy it with fire. Woo! Oh, you know I ain't, tell you like block them out. I'm just telling y'all for strength. You can watch me. You see I ain't phased. You see, I ain't phased. All y'all gotta do is pray for me, lift me up, and the real ones get in on this mission, like for real, for real. Like get up on the front line. When we rocking tsinfo.org, go, yeah, I'm bringing my first fruits, my best fruits to Yahuwah, because he gonna do this thing. Wait a minute. He goes over to the king. And he says that Amuts, a prophet, is conspiring against the king. And we can't put up with him any longer. Here is what Amuts is saying. He tell the king, Jeroboam will die by the sword. So he telling the king, he heard Amut say that King Jeroboam is going to die by the sword. And Yisrael will be taken into captivity into a foreign country. Did it happen? Yep. Did it happen? Yep. So Mashiyha said to me, the priest said to me, hey, Amuts, take your visions and go away from here. Go back to the land of Yahudah and earn your living there as a prophet. And do not do any more prophesying in Bital, because it is where the king worships at our sovereign Ahikal. Churches, temples, mosques, synagogues. Hey, this is where our high people worship. Take that stuff of Yahuwah, get it out of here. Amut says, I answered Mashiyha saying, hey, I do not look at myself as a prophet, and I am also not a prophet's son! Exclamation point. I am a shepherd. That's me. I'm a country boy. Daddy, you gotta love this. My daddy gotta love this message. Daddy, you gotta send me a message after this. You gotta send me a message. Because I feel just like Amuts right here. He said, I don't look at myself as a prophet, and I am also not a prophet's son. Like, I'm like, Daddy, you ain't no prophet either. No. He said, I am a shepherd. I'm a country boy. And I take care of sycamore trees. Daddy, sycamore trees. Granddaddy would be crying. My granddaddy would be cracking up. He'd give you some directions, go down there by that sycamore tree. And then make a left up there by that hickory tree. You know, I mean, I can feel Amuts. He a country boy, daddy, like me and you. He said, and I'm saying the same thing, man. I got tears of joy and crying and laughing. I'm emotional and I'm laughing at the same time. Because I can feel Amuts. I feel the same way. So what you talking about? You trying to chase me out of here. You trying to get me killed by the king. And all I'm doing is telling you what Yahuwah telling me. He said, I answered Mashiyha, I do not look at myself as a prophet. And I am also not a prophet's son. I am a shepherd, and I take care of sycamore trees. And you can imagine him saying, man, what you talking about? However, then he looks at him, he goes, however, Yahuwah took me from tending the flocks. I was a professional baseball player, an international businessman after that. And I'm telling y'all, I can feel this like in my soul. He said, Yahuwah took me from tending the flocks and said to me, go prophesy to my people Yisrael. I feel the same way. Like if I don't tell y'all this way and get y'all to know it, who's coming to tell y'all? How long was it going to be before y'all figured out what you've learned in this time since you've been able to promote the truth? How long was it going to take you? Almost every one of you that's in here with us, y'all have had mind-blowing aha moments like, I see it super clear. So if I didn't come and tell you, I don't know who's going to tell you and when. But I did. I did just like Amuts did. He said that Yahuwah told him, go prophesy to the people Yisrael. That's what I came and did to y'all. Came and told y'all the mysteries right in front of your face. Now, he looked at him and said, now you hear the word of Yahuwah and you say to me, do not prophesy. Hold on. And you say to me, do not prophesy against Yisrael. Stop prophesying against the descendants of Yitzhak. You got the nerve to say this to me? Come on, Brother Carl. After Yahuwah sent me, I told you I come in the name of Yahuwah. I don't come in my own name. I'm not here preaching the testaments of Jay Noland. I'm here in the name of Yahuwah, and I know exactly what Amuts is saying. You think I would have picked to do this? I didn't know no better. He said, and you don't want me to tell what Yahuwah said? Look what he says. Y'all ready? Look what he says. Verse 17, last verse of chapter 7. Therefore, because you have said this, Yahuwah says this to you. Quote from Yahuwah. Your wife shall become a prostitute in the city, and your sons and your daughters shall be killed by the sword. Other people shall take your land and shall divide it among themselves. You shall die in a foreign land that is unclean. The people of Israel shall surely be taken into captivity into a foreign land. Period. What are all of us going to do with this message? For real? What are we going to do? What are all of us going to do with what we just heard? Like for real, for real. That's why I don't hesitate. These people trying to stop the message, what we're doing. I'm like, do y'all know what Yahuwah's going to bring to your doorstep? There's no way you can get around Yahuwah's the Mashiyha and us proclaiming it to be the truth. He's taking everybody out that comes against us. Everybody, watch. We got battles to go through, and sometimes it might look like we ain't got the battles won. We're going to definitely win the war. Come on, Brother Daniel. I mean, are y'all feeling what I'm feeling? We have just received a crystal clear, super clear message from Yahuwah, didn't we? That the fire that's coming has already been shown that it's stored up, ready to go. The only thing to stop that fire was a great prophet of Yahuwah. And you know what Yahuwah was thinking? I went through all this with Mashiyha and his other prophets. Now I'm tired of listening to y'all begging for these people who don't care. These people buck wild. There's only a remnant. I'm going to come and smoke it. I'm going to come and bring them. I'm going to bring it. And he said, there's going to be a few little bones and a piece of an ear left. So there's going to be a little remnant. That's us. We the little few bones and a piece of the ear left. The Yahuwah, he came and tore these people up, fam. Yahuwah let them get taken into captivity. He let war come against them. He let them get smashed, his own people, the ones he chose. And guess what? Most of them did not choose him back. And it remains the same today. He's calling you. Make no mistake about it. You listen to me? He calling you. He calling you. Are you going to choose him and guard his ways? Learn about him? If you just go back to the beginning of these lives, get you a notepad. Get your notepad. Look, get your notepad. Right? Get your notepad. I got a fresh one here. Fresh notepad. And you just start taking notes. You might need about 30 or 40 of these. And you just start taking notes. Go all the way back to the lives. And you come all the way to here, you're going to be in less than 0.1% of knowledge of people in the world. Yeah. So I'm obedient. I do what I'm supposed to do. Yahuwah called me to do something. Every day I'm steadfast. I'm working at Kingdom Business. And this project at tsinfo.org, it is monstrous. It's monstrous. Y'all imagine you get up and you pull out and you go down and you start decoding or translating over into English the exact meaning that Yahuwah is saying. It's impossible. Hey, it's impossible now that I see, now that I've been in the trenches translating. I understand they can't get it right if Yahuwah's not in them. So everybody that calls himself a translator, it was impossible for them to get out a correct translation when they don't call on and immerse into Yahuwah's name and proclaim that he's the only Mashiyha. That's why Yahuwah is revealing everything so clearly to us. Because we claim him as the Mashiyha. So there's no sense in arguing with anybody. Because almost everybody you argue with, they don't believe that Yahuwah is the Savior. So they're disqualified from interpreting Scripture. Yes or no? Sister Vicky said, I just bought 12 notebooks today. That's good. That's how you go. Spend your time in that. People sending in messages. You know what I'm going to do? I got the Beretta Dodge. See, you can get this right now. And if you ain't got a case, come on now. See, all that stuff is part of your tithe. I'm going to put it on the screen. Go to truthscriptures.store. This is all part of like if you don't have a case of these, truthscriptures.store. Get a case if you can, which everybody can. Everybody can. Why? Because you can just pre-buy them for somebody else. Y'all go and get stuff from people all the time. Mama, give me $5. Mama, give me $100. Say, Mama, help me get a case. And now you got it equipped. And whenever you meet somebody, you bring the word to them, then you just have them hand you the money. Say, I've already paid for it. You mark it up a little bit to cover your shipping. And you're down the road. But if you kept moving through cases, like real disciples, I'm just telling y'all, from a strategy, because we promised y'all some strategy. A real disciple, when they got this word sitting over there in boxes and boxes at our warehouse, and they're sitting there with resources, and they don't go, I want to have a steady stream. Like that, I don't know how you can't go through a case a month. I don't understand you do it. Shout out to Jeremy getting his on Wednesday. I don't know how you don't have a case, going through a case of these a month. I don't know. Because if you're witnessing and you're talking to people and you're inspiring people and there's no pure word in the world that even can compare to this, What are you doing? Look at Sister Shirley. Said, I got the Oprah package. Now she said, I'm going to get a case. On the screen. She said, I got the Oprah package. And Sister Shirley said, now we'll get a case. I'm telling y'all, I'm just giving y'all strategies. Like, in order for you to go face Yahuwah and him say, well done, my good and faithful servant. What works should you have had to do? How you going to prove yourself? You got 10 in a case. That's right, Michaela. So it's 10 of these in a case. And you get a discount. You pretty much get one of these free. So what you do is paying for 9, you get one free, pretty much. Might even be better pricing than that. I'm going to look at it. But I'm telling y'all, everybody got, faith without works is dead. And I don't want y'all to get caught up in the wrong thing. Just think because you got a great feeling, and that you praying, that's moving the bar with Yahuwah. It doesn't. Yahuwah he says, I can tell a tree by their fruit. Yeah, see now, like if you was gonna buy these individually, right now they're 37, they're going up in price. I'll tell you that right now. And that will probably be tomorrow. It ain't gonna be no more than 2 or 3 days. This is going up in price. So you're talking about 37 times 10 is 370. If you get a case, you get them at 333. What does that mean? Huh. Yeah, that means you get one free. So you're buying for 9, you get one free. It's a good deal, man. So I would have, from a strategy standpoint, from a discipleship standpoint, I'm going to be witnessing to people. I'm going to have my brochures. I'm going to hand them a brochure. But I'm going to be doing proactive stuff, like following up. What's your number? Let me do a follow-up with you. And you got to go make, it didn't say, go hope disciples out of all nations. It says go and make disciples. So make disciples is own. Hey, that's right, Rush. And you get a discount on the shipping. So, hey, don't just go and hope disciples. Go and make disciples out of all the nations. Go make disciples. Now, what we're doing is we're in a campaign. Now, before I do that, how'd y'all feel about Amuts, the real Amos, chapter 7 from the True Scriptures? Put in the chat, what hit you the most from that teaching? What hit you the most out of Amuts, chapter 7? Put it in the chat. Like, what hit you? Because that's the first time anybody's ever heard it in the world. And that's its purest form. It's really crystal clear. Now, if you go read your pagan translation or any other translation, you're not going to be able to put it together. You have to really be studying and looking because they don't put the words down clear because Yahuwah is not in them that way because they don't claim him as the Mashiyha. Robert said it's raw and not messing around. Give me some specifics. See if y'all was paying attention. I want some specifics. Daniel Libby said it had him crying. It was a witness. Hey, it was bearing witness to you. Woo! LaToya, send a message in. They'll help you. Because everybody else is printing them out great. All right, Tay got Yahuwah's loyal love to warn us and the wrath that is to come. That's a lot of love, man, because y'all don't understand how crooked. When you go read the books, you see what these people were doing. Some of these people were sacrificing their kids up to pagan idols. And these were like people in Yisrael. Jermaine said Yahuwah's ready to burn it up. He ain't playing any games. Donna Steele said people think they are exempt from their actions, but all actions cause an effect. That's right. Sister Michaela said the plumb line, that's big. Eileen said Yahuwah's faithfulness and consistency. Lisa said Amuts was not backing down. And y'all spell it, put a T at the T between that S at the end, Ashley and Lisa. Amuts. How many y'all want me to put his name in the chat and get the Hebrew of it too? Y'all want me to put it in the chat? Yeah, you know I always give y'all a little Hebrew lesson on top of it. That's too funny. Yeah, that's too good. Let me get y'all hooked up. Let me get Amuts in the chat for y'all. By the way, y'all are precious. I'm telling y'all that right now. Y'all are precious. Y'all are wonderful. I am Baruch because I get to spend this time teaching y'all. I know I don't bring no weak, but y'all gotta know how much I love the real ones. I do. Got no time for the fake though. All right, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Y'all ready? There you go. And I'll put it on the screen. That's Amuts. That's a Zod at the end. So a Zod is a TS all the time. Amut. See, that's a Aleph, a Mam, a Ua, and a Zod. Amuts. You like that? All right, so now you know how to say Amos's name the right way. Amuts. Thank you, Sister Rush. Riel said, when he said he would wait for the wrath of the fire, reminds me of when Yahushua was given the parable about letting the wheat and the weeds grow together for the final harvest, right? So Yahuwah been patient way past time. If he came back right now, y'all already know. Nobody would have an excuse. Daniel said Yahuwah ain't playing around. He means what he says and says what he means. He's bringing that fire on this world. He will. Jason said it shows how compassionate Yahuwah is. He really is. He don't want to burn people up. But he like me. I look at how people really are. And most people, they are foul in their heart. Not on the outside, not on the games not on what they perpetrate to you, but down in them, man, the people foul. That's why I said, don't love me, but first loyal me. Every loyal person will give you the greatest love. Larry said, you realize how far off the plumb line of righteousness is in the people. Kimberly said, Yahuwah's coming back with the consuming fire. He is. He already had it stored up. Think about that, Lisa. He said, I'm going to make your wife a prostitute. You talking trash to I'm telling you, I'll walk around like this in my life. If you talk negative to me, I expect crazy, terrible stuff to happen to you. And I'm not sitting there hoping and wishing it. That's what I said. Because we ain't to do that. I just expect it. Because I know Yahuwah. Bill said, excellent, Brother Jay. Yahuwah is the Mashiyha. Judgment is coming to those who reject Yahuwah Mashiyha. Fire. It's true. All right. The roar is the warning. He's the great shepherd for his children. That's right. Stacy, you still ain't got it right. Stacy B. Amuts. TS, not just T. Some of y'all putting the S, some of y'all I put it on the screen, so y'all don't have no excuse not to get it right. Look at the screen. Right there. Do we measure up? That's it, Michaela. That plumb line is you better measure up to Yahuwah. Now y'all know what's going on? We are in kingdom business. March 31st, we got this cutoff coming. We like a little over a month away. I'm working my tail off. I'll have a good idea in about 2 weeks where we stand. Because I'm in the trenches and everybody's in the back scenes. They see me working. And it's a lot because I don't just have that to do. We got a whole mission of production and strategy. We got so much going on. It's really a trip. All right. So we are in a campaign. So if you're brand new, everybody deserves to know what's going on so that everybody can take advantage of it. And this is all optional. You ain't gotta be a part of this. We hear every time. We hear multiple times a week, no matter what. And you can get information. You got the YouTube is priceless. You can go back and get all that information for free. Don't cost you nothing. You never have to buy nothing. But if you want to contribute at tsinfo.org, you can participate in the Tanakh translation and the Beretta Dodge expansion campaign. This is phase 3. There's only 3 phases in this campaign. You are now at the final phase. What are we doing? We are now translating the most accurate Tanakh, sign name, pagan name, Old Testament. The real name is Tanakh, okay? And so what we did is we put together a campaign where we say, welcome to the True Scriptures Tanakh, Old Testament translation, and the Brit Hadash, New Testament expansion campaign, phase 3. Now, our mission is to unveil the true word of Yahuwah by correcting, pay attention to me, the thousands of inaccuracies present in current translations of the Tanakh Old Testament. You got one in your hand, more than likely. Anyway, more than likely, you got one in your hand. You got one in your hand, like right now. If you ain't got the true scriptures, you got a version in your hand, and it is based on thousands of inaccuracies. These inaccuracies stem from the reliance on flawed Masoretic texts, and we can prove this all day long, which introduced misleading vowel pointing. So this vowel pointing system came between the 7th and the 10th century CE, or what they call AD, Common Era. These alterations diverted worship away from Yahuwah's true name. That's what that's all about. That's just all about how can we get people not to say Yahuwah's name. That's what vowel point's all about. And promote the truth. We are dedicated to restoring the scriptures in their original purity. You got to love that. Like that should make you fired up going, I got a chance to be a part of that. See, once you understand, that's why I don't want you to go, oh, this is just some old campaign. No, this is eternity where your name goes down in the books of life about you. Help with this because we are restoring the scriptures to their original purity, starting with the translations into English. See, once we dial them into English, then we can go take them out to the world in French and Spanish and, Portuguese, name it. Because all the translations now in the world, they're spinning off the English. And those versions are spinning off primarily the King James and its cousins, its minions. But we just went back to the oldest and most reliable manuscripts, such as the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Torah Shemarite, which hardly anybody's heard about. But these, the way they translated in Samaria, they were just like matter of fact. So I love going through that. We aim to provide every true believer. So you got to be a true believer. And you will love it because you're going to get access to the unaltered word of Yahuwah. Now, with this is important. Hardly anybody's going to get this. We can properly translate the Leningrad Codex, Aleppo Codex, and the Codex Corinthus. You ain't never heard none of them in your church. You ain't never heard none of them out there from no evangelist, nobody, missionary. They're not talking about the Leningrad Codex, which is the oldest complete Hebrew Old Testament Tanakh in the world. Well, see, the only issue is it's got vowel points in it. But once you learn the techniques of the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Torah Shamarani, you now know how to go in and remove those vowel points out of the Leningrad Codex, which we own one, humongous. I'll show it on here later today. Maybe in the next, I'll show it. We got 2 more sessions. I'll show you how big this thing is. Vicky said, I heard Yahuwah's voice through PTT. I repented, got immersed, started contributing, got to the Opal package, and now I'm almost Emerald. Come on, sis. Yahuwah is faithful, and I have my Beretta Dash waiting on the Tanakh. See, everybody just progress. And we got all of these here. So all these versions, you ain't never heard of it before, or if you did, you didn't know how to deal with it. You come in here and contribute to the project, and then you go out and look at everybody and go, hey, I'm in on the most accurate in the world, and I got the receipts to back it up. So now, this is the next part. Eula, shout out. She said, I'm at Topaz now. Eula just building up. I like to see some of y'all been doing 10, 15, 20, 10, but you are persistent and consistent, and we accumulate everything you do. So shout out to Eula over in Sweden, by the way. She's in Sweden. With the True Scriptures of Beretta Dash, signed name New Testament, now complete. Thousands of copies now in the world. And there's going to be more and more and more. We are exposing the Greek-based translation errors that have misled many for centuries. We believe that our Beretta Dash, New Testament translation, is the most accurate in the world. Your support will help shine a light on Yahuwah's true word, bringing clarity and truth to a world that's in desperate need of it. Look, Tay said, it's been interesting reading the True Scriptures next to the Mashiyha. True Scriptures is the most pure translated word. Yes. Because if you don't know how to read no Aramaic, hey, Taylor, Tay, Lisa, Michaela, Rush, this is the issue, is that people that know how to read, let's just say they know how to read Aramaic. They know how to read Hebrew. They know how to understand Latin and Greek. How many of them are immersed into Yahuwah's name and then come back up and go, Yahuwah is the Mashiyha? All right, now let me go translate. How many? Put it in the chat. How many people in the world do you think are immersed? They've repented, got immersed into Yahuwah's name. They guard the commandments. They keep the feast. They keep the food laws, right? They got all of the precepts and the ordinances of Yahuwah dialed in. How many people do you think are like that in the world? That then after they do all of that, they say Yahuwah is the only Mashiyha. Don't say none, Larry. You're looking at one. Y'all saying, anybody saying none when you sitting there looking at me, you tripping. Y'all supposed to put none besides. Michaela got it. That's me. Hey, but y'all, it ain't just me. I got a squad around me. They the same way. There's probably about 10 of us involved inside and out that we love and we are immersed and we guard the commandments. In the world. This is crazy. So if you get in on the project, look how important this is. So this phase 3 runs through March 31st. That's our estimate. We want in the next couple of weeks, we'll see where we're at. But that's something we ain't gonna be done no sooner than that. I tell you that right now. I see how much work is done. This has to be done. So we're gonna be at least to March 31st. And the campaign support packages with exclusive items are available for those who want to help get this project done faster. Now, let me explain something to you. Even from right now, we know we're going to get this done in the spring. This spring. But I'm telling you right now, if we didn't have the support at tsinfo.org, we're talking about 2 more years minimum to get this translated. 2 more years. The reason we can do it now is because I can call all the horses, the stallions, to come over in here and help me while we've got one or two managing the other businesses, just kind of keeping them putting along. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, but Yahuwah told me don't worry about it. He said, I'll take care of that. Once the project is completed, people will be able to purchase just the translated book if they desire. So you'll be able to get just the book, just like we said this in the first campaign with the New Testament, Brit Dash. We said, you ain't got to do nothing. You can sit back and wait. Send $37, get to pay your shipping, and you get this shipped to you. Get your life turned upside down. But you're not going to be able to say, I was part of the mission. I was obedient to the call. You ain't saying that. Shout out to Krista over there in Glendale. You ain't going to say that. But you got a chance now to say, I'm in. I was part of the support packages that are exclusively for those who want to collaborate and be part of the restoration of Yahuwah's true word. So just join us. Now I'm going to break these packages down. All right? So go to tsinfo.org. The first package is the Opal package. When you get to $300, you either start there, some people do. Many people do. And then there's many people, they do $100 or they do $10, $20. Every time you contribute, use the same exact email address. Now I'm going to say this. When you contribute the first time, our platforms we're partnered with, DonorBox. They are a mega platform. They've done billions of dollars worth of transactions, and they're awesome. When you contribute the first time, you're going to get a confirmation email. That first email, inside of it, you can click it and set up an account to keep track of all of your contributions. You got that? So every time you contribute, you don't have to ask us. You can just go in and look and say, oh, I'm now at $180. I need 120 more. So it's in that first email you get back. You just go in there, you click it, and you set up a password, and that's your deal. But every time you contribute, you go to tsinfo.org, and you just type in the same email, and it will attach it to your account with DonorBox and watch you just raise up with the packages. Once you get to 300, you now are going to be locked in on a beautifully bound True Scriptures hardcover, professionally stamped copy of the Tanakh, Old Testament, upon completion. Do y'all know what that's worth? See, you can't put a particular price on it. But if it's like for example, the Brit Dash, there's less than 400 of these in the world, like 350, 360, something like that. So that becomes a collector's item. So let the years go by, and now you got that stamp inside, and nobody else has it but you and just the other few people that's got them. You're going to have the same opportunity with the Tanakh. You also get a special long sleeve t-shirt, which is critical because we put everybody's name on the back. So is your name going to be on the back of the t-shirt? Y'all going to make me show it real quick. Hold on, because it's important for y'all to see visuals. So like the last t-shirt in the Brit Dash, look at all those names on the back. So you walk around with that. It's a what? It's a witness. People say, what is that? People say, what is that? You say, it's the most accurate translation in the world, and I'm a supporter, and my name is on the back out of just a handful of people in this whole world that brought it to be. And on the front of it, it says, I support it, I believe first, all kind of different cool stuff. So is your name going to be on the back of that t-shirt at the completion if you're brand new? Put in the chat if your name is already on the t-shirt. Put it in the chat. If your name is already on the shirt, you've already got the Opal package qualified, put that in the chat. Now I'm going to go bring that back up and finish, and then we'll take our break to our next session. All right, I'm going to have to click through these slides because it always takes me back. 1 second. Got it? All right. So your name's going on the back of that t-shirt. Then you're also going to get a personalized digital certificate of appreciation. And then you're going to get free access to the True Scriptures digital collection platform. That's over a $200 value, which more than that. We got to change that. So you can go back there right now and get all those different books on there. Opal package that shows you some of the branding. Always cool branding, man. We got first class over here. We know we follow Yahuwah. When you get to $500, that's that level that's critical. Because now you get everything in the first package, plus you get the beautiful PTT Yahuwah exclusive picnic blanket. And you get the sports bottle, but this is another one. This is, now I see how crazy this is. You're going to get 5 additional books access. So we got a platform for the people that are at Opal package qualified. You get the 10 book access. Once you get the Topaz package, you get 15 book access minimum of the digital collection. So it's another $100 minimum. That's way low. And then you're going to get VIP access to both the December 2024 virtual retreat, and we got another one coming up next month, a virtual retreat that you'll be able to attend to live if you get the Topaz. But you're also going to get the recorded version of the one we did in December. It's just a lot of editing on that, so y'all be patient. It's coming. Look at all the people in the chat saying, my name is on the shirt, my name is on the shirt, my name is on the shirt. That's the branding. All right? Now, another critical spot is the Emerald Pack. And I'm excited about this because you get everything in the first 2 packages. And they just sent me another message this morning. I think the app might be done. I think only thing that has to be loaded now is the chapters. I think all the coding's finished. So you're going to get access first, free access to either Apple or Android, iOS or Android, to our True Scriptures app. Then you get free access to the PTT 6 Pillars of Success private membership portal. That's about a $500 value, where we load up with all kind of stuff in there about how to round your life out in all 6 key areas: socially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically. We hook you up. Then you're gonna get there's gonna be at the end of this, we're gonna do a virtual Q&A session for the Emerald packages and above. Once the campaign's done. See, I don't want to do it now. I'm going to wait till it's all done. Who all made it to that level, then we do it. You're going to get a luxury large duffel bag with Yahuwah's name on it, PTT branded with Yahuwah. You get a Supreme sipping cup, 15 ounce, big old thing. Put you some marshmallows in there with your hot chocolate, right? Now, what I love about, that's the branding for the Emerald Pack, but I love the Sapphire package. So the Emerald Pack is $1,000. The Sapphire package, and you can accumulate all the way to $2,500. Any Sapphire package is already there? Put it in the chat. Lauren said that she's less than $50 away from Emerald. So see, I love it that we let you just keep contributing. But let me tell you why the Sapphire is so incredibly valuable. Because you're going to get 3 books. You're going to get the Tanakh hardcover stamped. You're going to get the Brit Hadash new color. So the new color, it won't be the same color. It'll be different, stamped of the Brit Hadash. And then we're going to have a combined Brit Hadash and, I should say, Tanakh and Brit Hadash combined, stamped. So that's 3 books, 3 collector's items if you get the Sapphire. Carl said, I'll be Sapphire by the end. Look at all them Sapphires in there. Put it in the chat if you're already Sapphire. Come on, everybody. Come on. Put it in the chat. There you go. Look, Ashley said, Spence family at the Sapphire. Sherry says, I'm Sapphire. She said she's headed to Purple Diamond. Norman said he's Sapphire. Denise says she's Sapphire. Who else Sapphire? Lisa says she's Sapphire. Woo! Katie says she's almost Sapphire. Yvonne says she's Sapphire. Travis said he'll be there in 2 weeks. Daniel said he'll have it knocked out. Amber House says she's Sapphire. See, you get those 3. Then you get the additional shirt and canvas. And you get the beach towel, humongous, with the PTT Yahuwah logo on it. Crazy. You get the Bluetooth speaker. You get a little small partner documentary. It's fire. Look at that big blanket in the middle. Now, why is that so important? Because when you're out and about, people are going to be asking you, what is that? Witnessing. Are you going to be his witness or not? Look at Lisa said, I am Sapphire headed to Purple Diamond over there in the Bahamas. Who going? See, some of y'all you hear people saying purple diamond, that's 10,000 level. These are more like the vow people of YAHUAH'S, the tithe people, the offering people, the first fruits. This is like the people that they think that way. They think, nah, I'm going to contribute higher level. Again, it's all voluntary. It's just great that we put together packages to pour back out to get a whole bunch of YAHUAH'S name in the world with some beautiful brand. Now, with that, you're going to get 3 sets. There's 9 books. You're going to get 3 Tanakhs, 3 Beretta Dashes, and 3 combined, all stamped. So now you got some as heirlooms. Whew. Awesome. Then you're going to get loaded up on all the swag. You see that? 5 long sleeve shirts, 8 true scriptures, 10 commandments, 5. You see that? You get loaded up. And at the end, we throw in 5 specially designed hats and 5 polo shirts. See, that all of a sudden, that comes in additional of all the other stuff that comes in. And you get a longer testimony in the documentary. And then you get 2 one-hour private scholar Zooms with me. So that's going to be 2 1 hours. This is when the whole thing is done. I take a deep breath, and then I start lining up, scheduling out these private Zooms. You ain't ever going to be the same. Ever. You ain't ever going to be the same when you get through that. That's the branding, off the charts. Now, what I love about what we're doing as a reminder, accumulate your way. Did $100 a day, $100 next week, $100 by the 31st. You're going to be $300, you'll be open. It's the same with all the other packages. Every time you contribute, whether it be $3, we've had people do over $10,000 at one time. We've had people do 3, and we've had people do 10,000. 3 is the minimum you can do because of how the system is set up. They say it's for security. All right, so accumulate. And we got all kind of ways you can pay. You can use credit card, debit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, crypto stocks. If you need to use Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle, you just send an email to info@promotethetruth.com. All right, it's that simple. So we want you to be a part of the campaign. So just go to tsinfo.org and make yourself where you're part of history. There ain't no regrets in getting your name on that shirt. There's going to be regrets if you don't. I'm just telling you that right now. Because you're going to have to say, I trust you, Yahuwah, and then test him. So we got hundreds of thousands of people that are subscribed to our channel and get our information because Promote the Truth is bringing the most accurate truth information in the world. That's my faith. There's a lot of people out there now that are claiming the name of Yahuwah. But what I'm watching is an issue. Yeah, buddy, you always be able to contribute afterwards. But what I'm watching is people are not claiming Yahuwah is the only Mashiyha. And so I now see the plumb line. Can y'all see it? The plumb line, Yahuwah is the Mashiyha. And he expects you to guard his commandments. I'm going to catch y'all in the next session. 2:15, we will start 2:15 next session. Hey, I'm going in again with another one. We're going to come back with Amuts chapter 8. That's how fire this is. I had to come back with chapter 8.